popping? What's going on? In between, underneath, above, and all of that good stuff. How you feeling? How you kicking? How you breathing? The moral of the story is, baby, push up, push your leg. How you doing? So you may hear a little pitter patter. You may hear a little pitter patter of the foot, of the paws. It's my dog, Angel. Anyhow, so without further ado, welcome back to another video, another moment time spent with me. I don't know. If you're new here, hey, my name is Beautifully Yasmin. Make sure that you like this video on your way in. Leave a comment down below. Leave me prayer hands. Leave me smiley face. Leave me a yellow heart. Leave something down below. Even if it's ... just leave something. And like, share, comment, all that good stuff. If you're already a part of the Kingdom Ambassador family and you haven't subscribed or like or none of that stuff, what's going on, Pooh? So we got beef. Do we need to work it out? What's happening? We need to pray, because the math is not mathing for me, Pooh. Excuse me. My allergies are on cloud 10, cloud 9, cloud 11, 12, 11, 13, 14, 15. It's all the way up there. So you're gonna hear me constantly like sniffling and all of that. I don't have COVID, thank the Lord. I don't have flu, thank the Lord. It's none of that. It's just my allergies. It's allergy season. So yeah, disclaimer. We're not gonna catch anything through the screen, okay? Because I'm not get like that. I'll be like, ooh, fast forward past that, because gross. Anyhow, no, definitely let's go ahead and get to this video without my rumbling, because as y'all know, I can go and go and go. All right, so boom. We are going to get back to the story time, but before we get into that, there's some housekeeping things I need to get out of the way, which is catching y'all up on the reality show stuff that's going on that I've mentioned in my previous videos that I've been watching. So we're going to go ahead on and get into Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Now, I will say that before years ago, well, because I just found Real Housewives Potomac last year. So when I first started watching Real Housewives of Potomac, I did not find GIZELE problematic. I don't know why I can't talk. I did not find GIZELE problematic at all. I thought she was a very decent woman, nice or whatever. I will say I did not like Karen at first. Liked Monique. Didn't have no problem with Monique. Didn't like Candace at first. I liked them when they were friends, but I didn't like the whole fight thing. I still stand firm on the fact that they both took part in it, but you asked for the whoop. You asked for, if you're gonna drag me then. So she dragged you. So, and how dramatic she was after the fight, as if like she's not a black woman and she's never seen fights occur, and she was like, I had to put post-its on the mirror to remind me that I'm okay. It was just the dramatics of it all. I just did not like. But yeah, but Candace this year, love. I grew to love her. Now, in Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, there is GIZELE, Candace, Portia, Leia, these two, Heather and Whitney, Lexia, and Marcel. And Heather and Whitney are from Salt Lake City, I believe. Yeah, because they're Mormons, so Salt Lake City. Alexia and Marcel are from Real Housewives of Miami, which because I saw them on that show, I actually went back and watched the show, and baby, that show is giving what it needs to give. It very much entertaining. Love it down. Love it down. Alexia is not my favorite housewife, even on her own show. She's just so problematic. But I love the black women on. Like, I just like anything black. Anyone that's black, I just be like, ooh. I love it. I love you instantly. Okay, until you prove me wrong. But the black woman on the show, I love them. Okay, here for it. Anywho, so yeah, they're from there. Portia is the only one from Atlanta, and then Candace and Giselle are from Potomac. I keep wanting to say Potomac, but it's Potomac. So it starts off, and we get introduced. They are in Thailand, and we get introduced to their concierge, which is Pepsi. Which I love Pepsi. Like, the reason why I don't like Giselle is because of Pepsi. Now, I did like Giselle prior to this show, though. Like, it's not because of Pepsi. I don't like Giselle because of the role she played in Potomac while trying to malign Candace's husband and like acting like she's oblivious to what she's doing. Like, you're just not this stupid. Okay. But the fact that Giselle also tried to malign Candace in this part 2 and tried to make it look like she stole her bottle, which then made Pepsi, and we don't get to it. So anyway, we get introduced to Pepsi and the crew. Love Pepsi. Pepsi's funny. He's love. Okay. Then you see Giselle and Candace get on the phone. I'm just like, ugh, why? I don't know if I can cuss yet, cause why in the F are y'all talking? Y'all not friends? Like, are we dumb? Like, is this prior to her lying on your husband, or cause why are we on the phone just chit chatting? You couldn't pay me enough to call her Giselle Total after she tried to. Not my husband. Girl, I would drag you. My husband? So yeah, that happens. Everybody else is calling each other from their own show and talking to them about, oh, I can't wait to get there. Have y'all met the concierge? They're like, yeah, Pepsi. Everybody love Pepsi. Okay. So it comes down, they all walking on a plane or whatever. And then we should get introduced to how everybody know each other. So basically, Giselle and Portia know each other from a show they did on Bravo. I guess, like, I forgot what it's called, but it was a show on Bravo. This was when COVID was going on. And then Portia was talking about Portia and Monique. This is the reason I mentioned Monique at the beginning. Portia and Monique are real life friends, and Portia has been in physical altercations in her own show as well. So when Monique and Candace got into a physical altercation, as her friend, she wants to have her back and help her get through it. And by doing that, she decides to insult Candace, and she doesn't even know Candace. And she says the reason why Candace is suing Monique is because Candace needs to pay off her mother's house, which the house is paid off, so she wouldn't need to sue to pay off a house that her mother has already paid. And I feel like, as Black people, why is it such a taboo for us to have generational wealth? Because that's what if I am to decide to have children, because as of right now, it's given a big no. It's given a big hell no. Not in this society, not in this type of world, not in this equalness. No. No. But I don't know the plans that I do not know the plans that God has for me. I don't know that God is trying to bring a vessel into this world that He needs to do something. So if God is part of God with me have children, then I will. And I would want to leave them wealth so they don't have to struggle like how I struggled to get to where I am at. Okay? And I feel like for me, just from being an observer, not that I know these people at all, but just from an observer, it feels like as if Portia and Giselle are a bit jealous for the fact that, first of all, Portia had to do things to get to where she's at now. Giselle had to not do as much things as Portia did, but similar but not similar to get to where she's at, and still don't have nothing compared to what Candace has. And Candace didn't have to do anything but be born and be herself to gain her family's wealth. So yeah, we get into that. I love the fact that Candace was not playing around and was getting straight to the point. Then we get introduced to Leia. Leia talks about I think her show is no longer on, or she's no longer on the show anymore like that. Then also we get introduced to everybody's stories, whatever. Anyway, first episode was pretty cool. It was Giselle Day and it was Pepsi's Day, and they did activities. I'm not gonna break down every single thing because I'm going off the dome, so I can't. Everybody had a day. Pepsi had 2 days. I think Giselle had 2 days. Yeah. Giselle had multiple days, bro. Because she did the... Yeah, she had 2 days. So anyway. And so they do the activity that Giselle wants to do or whatever. Reasonably... I don't know. I think it was like the reasonably shady shit. I don't fucking know. Anyway. So... all the activities I feel like was pretty cool. The ones that stood out to me the most out of everybody's activity, there's a few. I didn't like Candace's activity because I get that you're trying to promote your music and all of that, but I don't know, something about it. It just felt like I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I feel like it could have been more fun. Like, you could have had the ladies be involved and, like, bring them up on stage. Like, I don't know. It could have been, like, not just having the lady boys just come and dance and go, but, like, they could have had, like, show the ladies how to walk. Like, it could have been, you know, it could have been something more than just that. But it was cool. Then they played, she gave them everybody names, and I thought that was funny because it clearly had got under Portia and Giselle's skin. I think Portia's name was She Took a Man, and Giselle's name was She Can't Get a Man. Because she can't get a man. Okay? With all that beauty, girl. Like, with all that beauty. Please come on. Because that's what you, like, I feel like that's what Giselle relied on the most, is her beauty and the fact that she's light-skinned. But baby... Sorry, I got sleep in my eye and I don't know why. But baby, I'm light-skinned and I'm beautiful, and I don't rely on none of that. I rely more so on God. Let me tell you one thing about me. One thing about me, 2 things for sure. I'm not going to kiss ass for nobody. I'm not going to go out of my way to be seen. My personality is just seenable anyway, because I'm an introvert, but also extrovert. I don't kiss ass. I've never kissed ass. I don't do it. Can't do it. I don't like to go with the grain. Can't do it. I'm not a leader. I mean, I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I don't like to go with everybody else is going, because it's feel robotic. I don't like feeling robotic. So for me, when it comes to like being seen at things or like wanting to be promoted or something like that, I leave it in God's hands, because God is the one who brought me thus far. So why would I go kiss ass of a human being who don't have a hell or heaven to put me in? You dumb or you dumb? Like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah. So, and that, the ass kissing thing is going to play a big part in this whole show. Okay? This whole show. So anyway, so Giselle and Portia become like the 2 dynamic duo. I don't know why. I guess because they both are hating on Candace, so they become 2 dynamic duo. And then the other girls, Whitney and Heather, have their little tobacco of like, I think Heather is the bigger lady. She hasn't left. She left the Mormon church, but she hasn't left on paper. Whitney has left paper-wise and out of it completely. And it comes off as she's judging Heather for not doing it how she did it. And I felt like it was a bit like, why does it matter? I get why you left and I get why you both want to leave, but why is this a storyline? Why? Okay, she hasn't left on paper, so what? That's her prerogative. Does that scratch your coochie in any type of way? Like, I don't understand. So that's that. And in the show, they end up making up and putting, and then BTW, they're cousins. So they end up putting their differences aside and accepting each other for who they are. The fuck? Whoop de whoop whoop. Alright, well, yeah. Then not Marcel, Alexia and Whitney end up getting into it because Alexia was judging Whitney because Whitney smokes weed. Whitney is very exploratory with her sexuality, not just with her sex life with her husband. And Alexia feels like you have children. How would you feel like if your children was to see? Well, they both, Alexia and Marcel, were saying that. And I also feel like even though she says that, and that's what I've noticed with Alexia, even watching her show, she'll always say some off the wall shit. And when you clock it, then you'll be like, that's not my intention behind it. I don't even mean it to say it that way. Well, girl, what the fuck? Think about your intention before you say some shit. The fuck? Stop saying shit that you don't need to be saying just because that's your intention. I don't give a fuck if your intention or not. I don't care if that is your intention or not. You do not speak to me any type of way. So when she said that, and then when I said what she said that, I didn't tell. So she's basically telling her, you're a mother, and for her, she feels bad or like feels guilty because she feels like she's micromanaging herself to not be embarrassing to her children or bring embarrassment upon her family. And dang it. Anyway, and Whitney was like, but my children are well taken care of, and I talk to my children about everything. So if somebody is to come to them at school and try to pick on them, they would be like, that's my mother, So at the end of the show, at the last day when they're leaving, her and Alexia and Whitney have a sit down at the table to talk about it, and she was telling her, it's not my intention, I wasn't trying to offend you, I was just saying how like I could learn from you and you can learn from me. Girl, bye. Intentions or not, like I understand sometimes you can say, because I can come off as a hard pill to swallow. I am not everybody's cup of tea. I can tell you that right now. Yasmin is not everybody's cup of tea. I speak my mind. Even though to me, I feel like I really don't. I feel like I'm very, I feel like I'm very like, I don't know how to put that, I don't know the word for that. I feel like I don't express myself enough. But everybody else around me seems to say that I express myself very well. When I don't like something, it's known. Either my face shows it or my mouth says it. And depending on how severe of the thing I don't like, it can come off rude. But to me, it can come off rude to the person hearing it. But to me, before I spoke it, I thought about it, and that was the nicest way for me to say it. Because I could have said whatever I'm saying that's offending you way worse. However I'm saying it is literally the nicest way to me that I can get that out to you. So like, I'll often get like, dang, you're harsh, or you're mean, or you're brutally honest. And I don't find none of that offensive, honestly. I really don't. As long as I got my point across, and then if I do offend you, I will be more than inclined to apologize, because that's my intention is not to upset you. It's just to make you aware of what you're doing that is affecting me. that is affecting my world. So as long as it's affecting me in a negative manner, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Problem. Okay? Here. So yeah. So she kept saying like, and that's why I was like, I understand that, like the intention thing. Like I always have good intentions when I'm speaking to somebody. I'm never coming out of a malicious way when I'm trying to convey my emotions or my feelings, or just even something I've observed. I've never intentionally just woke up like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and go destroy somebody's world today. Like, no. So when I'm being made aware of that, then I correct it and I don't continue to do it. Now with her, Alexia, she does this all the time. She would say some dumb ass shit. And then always be like, it wasn't my intention. Every time, bruh. Every time. You gotta know the people that you're around. Like, once you tell me one time, like, something I've said to you affects you, and now I'm gonna readjust how I speak to you. I was gonna say if I care about you, but it's just in general, honestly, because, like, I love everybody, but I love everybody that I meet because you're a child of my father. But your accessibility to me is different from my family or my friends' accessibility to me. You may not have my number. You can probably only hit me through work. You can probably only hit me through my email or through social media. Because we on that level. You need me prayer? Okay, hit me on social media. You can call me through social media. My friends here and my family here, they see me on daily, they know my lingo, they know how I talk. When I talk to you, it's not going to be the same as how I talk to my family. I can definitely pick up the phone to my sister and be like, girl. And she literally understand what I'm saying. Me pick up the phone and be like, I wouldn't even be like, girl, because you're not my grad. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. How may I assist? Like, my lingo is very different. Okay? My approach to things is very different. All right. So, yeah. I just don't understand it. Anyway, moving past that. So, they're not making up. They're not really like each other, but they're not making up. The Portia and GIZELE minion thing of it all, everybody was kissing their behind so heavily. I'm surprised that they don't got no dookie stain on their mouth. Because their lips was so up there behind. And it's just like, ugh. Take two step back. Take two step back and have your own opinion. Please. Gross. Ugh. GIZELE. Ugh. And no. So everybody disliked Candace Candace and Leia were cool because they both weren't really like trying to be under people behind. Just Candace was definitely calling out as it came, bringing the girls to the fire as it came, and the ladies first the ladies were like cool with Candace, and then once they realized like, oh, okay, we don't want to be on GIZELE and Portia's bad side, and they started like then they started disliking Candace and calling her loud and being like she's the loudest at the table. Well, mind you, all the ladies yell all the time when they're talking, but okay. And then they didn't like Leia because they feel like she complained a lot, and she's always trying to get attention, which Leia does seek for attention, but I also feel like so does everybody else. Like, isn't that why you want a show? You like people to watch you, right? That's attention. Like, what are we talking about? Now, my favorite out of the whole show was Candace. Loved Candace down. Now, the big tobacco of the whole season basically was GIZELE, who used to be a first lady, okay, bought this bottle. I don't know the name of it, but I can't even find it because I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to go ahead and look for it because I don't know the name of it. But it's this blue and white bottle. It's a Hispanic name bottle. I don't know. I may try. I may not, depending on how I feel during editing. And I'm editing here, but we'll see. But she bought this bottle or whatever, and they have like a hokey key or whatever, and they drink it, but there's some left. The next day she can't find it, so she tries to turn the house upside down, accusing people and turn this into like a court session, which was the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my damn life. Which then leads to furthermore why I don't like GIZELE and why I'm so glad she's not coming back to Potomac, and why I really want Robin to be going to, or I don't know why she's coming back. I don't care nothing about her wine. I'm over it. I'm over it. Anywho, so she turns the house upside down about this bottle. Now, Pepsi, they have made Pepsi upset because Pepsi really confused to the point, like, one minute y'all are cussing each other out, the next minute y'all are hugging. Do y'all like each other or not? Because I don't know. So when GIZELE does all of this tobacco about this bottle or whatever, and I'm watching Bonzi Blue, and she was talking about this, and I never thought about it like this. So basically, I feel like the reason, well, from Bondi's perspective, which I agree with, the reason why Pepsi was crying or like was upset was because GIZELE is on this show flipping her ish about some alcohol. Now, none of the ladies took it. Then now she's gonna try to go to the production and be like, was the crew that was there, did they take it? Which then makes it look bad on Pepsi's business. And now you have made somebody who has been so kind to you and so sweet to you uncomfortable, to the point where this grown man cried because he was so upset that, like, and so scared that, like, that's what you're gonna do next, is try to blame him and his crew for this bottle, this stupid ass alcohol bottle. And you're supposed to be a so-called first lady, religious and all that shit, always calling, like, girl, have a fucking seat. And that made me feel like that would have made me feel like ish if I was GIZELE, because, like, it's never that deep. It's never. And then she wanted to invade people's privacy and go search their rooms and stuff. And Candace told her, hell no. You cannot search my room. You cannot invade my privacy in such a manner. And she was just being extra about it. Like, I really pray to God that, like, one day you will come. You are a 50-something-year-old woman. You have grown daughters now. Like, your daughters are grown. You're an embarrassment. Stop with this underhanded racism and underhanded passive aggressiveness and underhanded, like, just evil. Stop being evil. Like, it's not even called for. You could have came on this show and changed the narrative, but you want to. And then the fact that Portia was in alignment with you just showed me that, like, I don't like Portia either. Y'all both are ain't shit ass people. To sit here and try to malign somebody. And then to further more of it all, first try to malign Candace's husband. You were not remorseful. Now you want to come on this show and malign her as well? And just, for what? What could have Candace ever said to you that was so bad that you felt the need to just try to destroy her in such a manner that she's going to steal some damn alcohol? And if she did, so what? It's just a bottle. You can always... Are you not getting paid? Like, what the fuck? Y'all people feeling uncomfortable over that dumbass shit, bro. That shit pissed me the fuck off. Like, you don't do people like that. You do not do people like that. So anyway, Pepsi's crying or whatever, and, like... And I feel like he's crying because uncomfortable... the uncomfortable... The tension and all of that is going on. And he speaks his mind, and he tells them, like, y'all need to just stop. Stop. And I don't blame him. Just stop. Y'all gotta watch this show, child. Y'all gotta watch this show. So, yeah, that was that. And then at the end, the last episode, which was hilarious to me. Are you not embarrassed? Okay? Are you not embarrassed? Last episode, so it was Pepsi. He took the girls to, like, this water or whatever, where they have this flower thingy and they speak what they're letting go, and then they put the basket of flower on the river or sea or whatever, and then it just takes it away and you leave it there. First, I think Giselle and Candace went first, or like, no. I don't know who went first, but I'm talking about the Giselle and Candace part. Giselle and Candace went first. Or not first, but their turn when they went. Giselle went first, and she was talking about something about, I forgot what the fuck she said. She's talking about like forgiving people, whatever the fuck. I don't know. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But Candace was like, she said that she's putting positive energy out there, and that like people take accountability for their action. And if you had the camera pinned it to Giselle's face, and it looked like she was like, no, this bitch, no, girl. Like it looked like she just, I don't know how to explain it. Like she thought that this was gonna be what's gonna win her and Candace over again, to where Candace would be more stupid again. But Candace was very much so like, I see for who you are. There is no ritual in this world that can blind me to your evilness. Not today, Nick. Not today, ankles. Not today, Satan. Not today. You're not gonna blind me. Not today. Okay? And they left off the street, and she told her, we are not friends, and we will never be friends. I don't fuck with you. Giselle, I don't fuck with you. And that is perfectly fine. I am proud of Candace for not fucking with that lady, because that lady is way too old. You are 50 years old. You have children who have friends who watch this show. Don't nobody their friends not gonna want to come to your house and you this mean and stuff. Like, girl, ugh. Be done with you. And that dumbass Reasonably Shady podcast, I will never listen to it, I never will. Because they always say something stupid on there. Just stupid. Girl, bye. Anyway. So yeah, that was that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the camaraderie between Candace and I don't really care. It was just the Candace for me. I ain't gonna lie to you, I enjoyed the friendship she met. I don't care for Lay like that. She was cool for the show, but I really do hope that they have Pepsi back at some point, because I love Pepsi. Pepsi was great. He was funny. He was great. He was definitely trying to give Portia a little something now. Okay, a little something. Hoochie Lee. Ooh. But yeah, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Give that post notification bell a ring a ting ting. If you do nothing else with your life today, I'm sorry. Not sorry, I apologize. If you do nothing else with your day today, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Leave me a peach. Leave me a diamond. Leave me water. A yellow heart. A praying hand. A emoji. Something. Please, thank you. Love you. I mean it. God loves you. You know it. And with that, I will see you all in my very next video. Oh my gosh. Do y'all see the hair? Let me show you. Do you see? Do you see the hair? Ooh, baby, you can't tell me nothing. And then, wait a minute. Wait a minute, let me come close so you can see the nails. Y'all see the nails? Do you see the nails? Do you see the nails, baby? So you see them? Alright. Alright, I'm out.